Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So today for you, we've got myself playing Grandis in the finals versus my wife yet again playing her Vmon Armor Rush deck. Two very aggressive decks. Yeah, so we actually went to the card shop on our 6th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and played in the finals. So I mean, pretty funny how that worked out. Yeah, so like I said, two very aggressive decks here for you. Just a matter of, which one kind of pops off first. I feel like it's very much a ticking time bomb for Grandis till they pop off. But Magnamon can block, and with that Armor Purge, you don't get that piercing. So could potentially be very scary, and we'll just have to see how this plays out. Don't forget, though, our featured memory marker this month is Poyomon. So if you're a Jellymon fan, you've been looking at that new Jellymon support. You've been seeing those price increases on the alt arts of the existing cards. Yeah, this will be a great memory marker for when that set comes out. Really cute paint job. I really like the colors on it. Really pops. Looks just fantastic. This is made by my wife, Digimon. You can find this on our Etsy store as well if you're not a Patreon supporter, so multiple ways to get it. You can find the Etsy page, link in the description below, along with all of our previous memory markers that we featured on the channel as well. All right, so go ahead and kick this off for you. Do got it sped up a little bit here just to power through those pauses, like right now in this exact instance. So Armor going first here. We see that Upamon going into the Duo Color Searcher Vmon. Not the most ideal, but it is what it is if that's the only rookie you got. And then just hard playing a Davis here to pass turn, getting that memory setter, fixer setter in play there. Gonna grab another Vmon, not grabbing the Magna, telling that there's probably one in hand already. Kicking over to us here, we are playing the green memory boost. No rookie. Dang, it feels bad. You kind of don't want to grab the rookie, but you really need to get your plays going. So go ahead and pick that up there. I'm going to go into the Kabuterimon for 1 Evo cost. The Davis is in play there. So no, I do see a Metal Kabuterimon in hand, but going to go ahead and just play another green memory boost since they're going to be at 3 anyways. And immediately pick up the Grandis. Got to get those power pieces in hand. So telling that there was not one already. So kicking it back over to Armor here, though. Grandis already looking very scary. 2 green memory boosts in play. Like, could spell disaster at a moment's notice. Do see a Kakaitis in hand. Oh, the whole hand. Look at that. Just get to see the whole hand there. Probably going to go for the Magna here. Yep. So, not going to get any Upa value there. And then just going to play being really cautious, going to play the Davis and Ken, going to keep that blocker in play here. We do decide to go ahead and promote up, and like this is what I was talking about. You got to be like these plays can be super explosive out of nowhere. If you got the pieces, you got the pieces, and you can just pop off. So going to the Akuamon here, going to pop that memory boost, go into the X antibody, which will suspend the blocker there and gain us some memory. Going into Grandis for now 2 Evo cost for that reduced Evo. Going to go ahead and Digiburst away 4. We will keep the piercing, but the piercing isn't really needed because you can't pierce through an Armor Purge. But we will then go into the Grandis. And just popping the green memory boost as well because, it's blue. Hammer Sparks and Ice Walls exist. Hit into an Armor Texture, though. They get a free Vmon in play. And swing again, finishing up all these. Oh yeah, checking the Vmon there would be suspended, so it'd be pierced through. And checking that last security. Yeah, because when it unsuspends, it suspends something. There's that Ice Wall I was talking about. And unfortunately, no follow-up here. Being weird couple things. That's what we do. Don't mind us. All right, hatching into another Upamon. We'll get the memory off of the Davis and Ken there. Goes into that draw 1 Vmon. So big choices here. Definitely not an easy task. Going to just swing here, see what they check into. And it looks like there's a Kakaitis in hand, and there they do. They go straight for it, so bounce it to hand. Not the worst choice there, but yeah, hybrid for game. And I believe that should only be 2 Evo, but it is what it is. Game nonetheless. Choosing for us to go first here. Don't want to have the extra card and the extra memory. So just going to go into a Kukua and then the Kabuterimon, putting them at 1 to pass turn. You're going to see that Vmon here, that draw 1 inheritable Vmon. Definitely the one you want to see early game. And then just going to hard play the Searcher for a free type. Yep, going to pick up that the blocker Magnamon. Passing it back to us here. No memory fixer. So we could go, yep, for something with a 3 cost. Just going to go for that search there. Oof. Lots of good stuff there. Going to pick up just the regular Grand Kawagamon. Not going to get the Grandis. Maybe we got one already. Also skipping over the Akuamon. Like, in theory, you can still at least make some pretty good plays with just the Grand Kawagamon, but you can't really do much with just a Grandis. And so swinging in, just hitting into nothing too crazy there, just the Metal Kabuterimon. And they're going to play the Davis to pass turn, picking up a Flamedramon. Here we're going to see one of those hybrids coming down, popping the memory boost. Interesting choice here. Okay, going into the Akuamon for more draws. Yeah, didn't want to pass them at low memory. And they're going to play the green memory boost to pass turn here. Not the most exciting. You're already past that whole Evo chain of rookies and blockers and stuff. Can't grab the Mimi. A Mimi pickup right there would have been sweet. But passing it back over to Armors, though, see what they can do. Definitely very, very close to being able to just completely pop off. So Armors has to be a little cautious here. Flamedramon, maybe, with a Fire Rocket would be pretty powerful. Unfortunately, it's not the unsuspend gain 1 Vmon, because that one's really good in these kind of situations. Because then you can do, like, armor textures and swap out, and, yeah. Going straight for the Magna, though. And it's also really rough, because, like, yeah, Magnamon can be a great blocker, and they can't, pierce over you. But when they just go into a Kuamon X and suspend it and just go right past it and avoid it entirely, like, what do you do? Ooh, hits into a Mimi, though. Ouch. Probably not what she wanted to see in that situation. And very, very powerful for us. I mean, at this point, we're, 3 cards off? We got the Grand. And then, so just a 3 Evo, essentially into, could have gone straight to it, but went for the 1 less cost. So can redirect, which actually is pretty strong in this situation, because can basically stop that piercing from going through. Gonna go ahead and promote up. We got to clear that body out of the way, because if you go into any of your big power plays, they're just going to avoid it anyways. So Evo for 0 and draw. No effects here because there's nothing to suspend. And then going to go into the Grand for 2. And then choosing to Digiburst at this point. I mean, you should at least Digiburst enough to get the DP you need, I would say. And this was kind of like a debate. It's like, just Digiburst enough to get over that, and then save it for next turn. So there we're going to see the Digiburst for the 2k buff, and then swing over their, wow, I drawn a blank, Magnamon X. So it'll essentially Armor Purge and just go straight into security, and just making sure, that doing that correctly. And then the Magnamon will be suspended underneath. So we still have enough to Digiburst for the next turn, assuming it can survive. And so that's kind of the ideal play that we're going for here. Now, if they just armor texture away that Magna, then what do you do? But it is what it is. Armor texture and go into another Magnamon and get that big DP boost to swing over. And I don't know if they actually have enough armors in or in trash, so to actually do that play. So here, just going for consistency cards. And deciding, instead of doing the search, just go for the Terriermon instead. Because it is blue, and they can gain lots of memory, like, out of nowhere. Also, being able to turn off any Hammer Sparks that might be in security on the following turn is also very, very strong. So just going into another Draw 1 Vmon. I'm excited for that new alt art, though. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love a good championship promo, but man, when an alt art looks good, it looks good. Those new Vmon alt arts look really, really good. So going into the alt art Flame Dramon there, and swinging in, hitting into another Mimi, double Mimi, absolutely disgusting, super busted combination there. You never want to like play two yourself, but sometimes it's the only play you got, and you do it, and it can really come in super powerful later. So just going to hard play the jamming Vmon here to pass turns. We are going to go ahead and promote up. And I guess it's just trying to kind of pop off, right? We got lots of memory. We've got the memory blocker there. So no Hammer Sparks or Ice Walls doing anything in security. So I guess it's just a debate of what to do here. So we can Digiburst and get rid of our Piercing, which is, you know, might be worth it. We won't be able to kill that Vmon. But that's, you know, not the worst. We are getting rather low on security, though, so this is very much one of those turns where it's like, oh, we have to clear this turn or we just lose. Like, it's that close. So going to try to just draw into some pieces here, going to the Akuamon. And there we see then we suspend, gain one, draw one for the Evo. Start to go use our Mimis now. Go into our Rookie. No real reason not to do the other one. So doing one Digiburst, deciding on the second, do we want to get rid of our Piercing and gaining one memory? We do not. So just going to play it a little bit safer, it looks like. So yeah, Pierce over the Vmon. We're going to gain one. 2 checks, which we knew what the top one was. So we'll unsuspend. We'll swing again for 2 more checks. There's that Hammer Spark. Oh, boat. Yep, and then we remember that Terriermon's in place, so do not, in fact, lose anything. So we do have enough potential there on board for game, as is. So then just going to Digiburst just a little bit away here just to get those checks. Like, we could have just brought up that other Terriermon with the second Mimi and just swung with everything and probably still could have taken it. Going to swing here for 2 checks, though. Hitting into an armor texture, so we're going to get a free Vmon play, and then that Vmon's going to get its search out. And just picking up another Vmon, bottom decking that Kikaitis. The Kikaitis in security right now would actually be really, really strong. But a little bit too late there, and so swing for game with that Terriermon. And that will clean up Grandis. Grandis is so strong. It's so crazy how strong that deck is. It just doesn't take much. It's got a plethora amount of consistency pieces to it now, between the Rookie Searchers, the Green Memory Boost. I love the Metal Kabu Terriermon. I've been playing it at a 4 of, and plenty of games I'm just like one after another on top of each other, and I'll have like, you know, 3 or 4 in stack just because they one after another evoed, and I just got all those draws. Crazy consistency. I'm surprised like not a lot of people are like maxing out on that, but yeah, I think it's definitely worth it running it out of 4 of, because just the crazy consistency of it. And yeah, so that is the match there. Playing a bit of Grandis right now, with Black War Greymon X on the rise. I think getting in some practice now, whether that be learning the deck's weaknesses for myself or just seeing how strong it is and maybe playing it to combat the Black War Greymon X players, still remains to be seen. But so far, the deck is super strong. It is super strong. I definitely see why people have been sticking with it for so long. I'm just now jumping onto the deck. I've had all the cards since they released, but I've just been putting off playing it, and now I'm finally getting around to it. And yeah, it's an absolute monster of a deck. It's going to be really strong in the BT11 format as well, I think.